You must learn to put yourself in her shoes. Being an African doesn't teach you to do so naturally. You just come back, she has 3 kids, she's nursing, literally nursing on her own. Then you just open the fridge. Where is enough in this house? Come back from church together and you're wondering why is there no food by this time? You were both in church. Can I tell you something? One of the biggest things you can do as a man, make things easier for your wife. Make things easier for your wife. Keep thinking, how can I make things easier for you? Let me tell you something. When a woman sees you are actively working towards that, there will be a depth of appreciation. Even you will be surprised. Empathy. Please, it is true that the Bible says that the man is the head, but the Bible did not say he's the coconut head. There's a difference. You are the head of the home, not the coconut head. It does not mean you can't receive advice. It does not mean you are all-knowing. You are not always right. Don't be an oppressor. There's an image you have to correct. That you are honking from outside. Your children begin to scamper. You turn off the TV, quickly carry towel, soak it with water, touch the TV so that it won't be hot. Run to their room, sit and and you like it. The emperor, the conqueror, the lion, you know that song by Don Wen? I think no, Frank Edwards. Zobo, and you're happy when your wife goes out of her way, cleans the whole house, all those things. Have you ever said, thank you, you did so well, wow? Have you ever really appreciated her, pampered her? The reason you must learn it is because your culture gives you the impression it's your rights. Please, are you listening to this? You see, many men, I said it last week, that it's a romantic fantasy that men want to be accepted for who they are. And there is a level to which that's extreme. But there is also a level to which that makes sense. It is extreme if the man is not ready to put in any work to improve at all. But it is not extreme if the man is honestly trying. And if you have to understand that the average man, the one that have sense, they're not so many, but the ones that have sense, they have one mission: just to make their wives happy. They want to make you happy. But the unfortunate reality is that sometimes they eventually get to a point where they feel they will never be good enough for you. They will never be good enough. You have to understand that the way a man is wired, he's wired to be a giver. And because he's wired to be a giver, he depends on you. He depends on you to appreciate what he's giving, to make meaning of what he's giving. And so the way you criticize and give that feedback, you must do it understanding that even if men form hard guy, they are sensitive. They are sensitive. And that feedback is not just what you say, it's how you say it. I saw something years ago, not too long ago, and it was so profound. This guy talked about his ex and his current spouse, how they reacted to something as little as his beard bumps. So when he would hug his ex, she would just go, she had a sensitive skin. Oh, your beard makes me uncomfortable. And all he kept hearing is, I'm not good enough. But this other lady he eventually got married to, every time they hug, when he had a clean shave, she would say, oh, I like it when you have shaved. That's feedback. You see the difference? Oh, I like it when you shave. He said because of that, it was a mental note every 2 days. Oh my God. You said I can talk to you, right? Women have a superpower that has been reflected as weakness in this generation. Let me say this to you first and foremost. That superpower has been abused by irresponsible men. but in the right setting, under the right context, it is still powerful. Are you ready for what I'm about to say? I gave a subtle example when I was talking about how a woman tells you she's hungry. When she's out on a date with you, she says, are you hungry? You know, so subconsciously, women are wired to put an idea in your mind and make you take initiative for the collective good. What if you learned that consciously? There's a movie. How many of you have seen the movie Inception? All right, in the movie Inception, they came up with a technology where you could enter the mind of someone, drop an idea in the mind, and when the person comes back, the idea will seem original. I am telling you, women have that superpower. Women have that superpower. And so, for instance, it is proven that instead of telling men what to do all the time, if you allow them take initiative, instead of saying, this box is broken, fix it. If you say, what do you think we can do to this box? The man will feel, you say, okay, so I'll just call the carpenter, I'll just use the same thing. I'll give you a Bible example. This one is sensitive. I will ask you again, should I talk or should I not talk? All right. We read up about Esther, forgetting that the queen had an ex. And there is so much to learn because it is the same man treating two different women drastically different. You could make an argument for Vashti. She had a right. Why will you just call me to come and entertain your guests? But the question is, does that strategy work, particularly for powerful men? Does it work? Listen, if your goal is to insist on your rights, fine. If your goal is to have a happy home, to work with someone that you trust for a collective goal, then if there is a more excellent way, use it. That same king that Vashti wanted to use Agidi, Esther, she used submission to Esther used submission to get him to kill. You know the story, don't you? The time she came in like this. I said you are powerful. You don't understand. The hardest man in the world. If you know how to pull the strings, all the things you have been quarreling about, he will give you. He will give you his kingdom. Men, I told you, men are more romantic. Read the story about Herod. Just small down, so he said, ask me anything to the half of my kingdom. Half of my down, so which kind of leg go? You see, I am telling you, a man can go to war, conquer battles, take over territory, then small dance, he will give you half. You are arguing because you don't know. This does not in any way exonerate him from his excesses and all of that. But if you find a way to let him know that fundamentally, if you first and foremost accept him, you accept him, you believe in him, you trust him. Because men struggle. It's a dilemma. There are superheroes everywhere.